YouTube, what's up? How y'all doing? Woo. Well, a lot has changed in my life. I just got a new job. I was doing that exotic car hauling business with a company out of Naples, Florida. I'm not working with them no more, so I could care less. Their name is Honesty Overland Express out of Naples. They have great equipment, great people there. As far as I don't work there due to the fact that me and the manager, the new manager, she got hired around the time I got hired, a few days after, because the lady that hired me actually quit due to some other personal issues or whatever. It's none of my business. But yeah, so I had a manager. At first I was on this training for like 3 weeks, so they were just paying me training pay, which is flat out $1,000 a week. That's flat out, which was okay. And then I went to another truck and drove with another guy, and made a little bit more money. I was happy. Everything was going great. Me and that guy got along. We were awesome. And then we came back at the end of the week, and then I got a new driver, like a new partner, and I'm like, I don't like switching partners to partners. If you're a team driver, you don't want new partners every week because you don't know that person, and plus you gotta get used to how they drive. Honestly, at that company, the guys that I drove with, except the last guy that I drove with at that company, don't know how to drive. The trainer, which is their lead driver, he doesn't know how to drive. The other guy that I was with, he doesn't know how to drive. And then the other guy I was with, he don't know how to drive. I say this because I'm the nighttime driver. If I'm doing a team position, I drive nights. So I expect a smooth, you're driving in the daytime, you can see everything. It should be smooth, It should be smooth. There shouldn't be no hard braking at all. With these guys, they just kept hard braking due to the fact that I'm back there trying to sleep. I got the curtain closed, and some of these guys, I literally have to brace myself so I won't fall out the bed. And there was times that I'm sleeping and I'll feel my body moving, and I'll wake up trying to brace myself, holy shit, is this it? Because these guys, they taking turns too fast. They're following other truckers and other cars too close. They're not keeping the 7 to 8 second rule, and then they kept messing with my sleep. And then on top of that, anytime we had to pick up a car, the daytime driver usually picked up the cars. I had to get out the bed, even though I'm supposed to be sleeping on my 10. I'm on the clock. I'm on the books as sleeper berth. But no, I'm up because company policy is, it's better if two guys keep an eye on it, because, we're dealing with Rolls Royce, Lamborghinis, Bentleys, and all these other expensive, really, cars. So another set of eyes on the car, helping the other person bring it on the truck. So I understood that. I could deal with that. That wasn't all that bad or whatever. But I had to leave because, I just didn't feel safe. And on top of that, my manager, she was like, well, you need to do more. What you mean, do more? I drive. I'm the nighttime driver. She was like, no. Well, the last guy that she put me with, coming to find out, he wasn't comfortable driving daytime or dealing with the customers and paperwork or whatever. That's why he didn't want to drive the daytime, because daytime driver handles the customers. They do all the paperwork, and they handle phone calls to the customers and this and that and the third. Nighttime drivers shouldn't even be concerned with that shit, honestly, because he's supposed to be sleeping during the day. It's bad enough he wakes up to help the driver, bring cars on the truck. It's an enclosed trailer, so it was easy. It is what it is. But my manager felt like I wasn't doing my job. I wasn't doing my part. And I'm like trying to yo, what the hell are you talking about? Like, for one, she's not a truck driver. The lady that hired me was a truck driver. Which, she knew, she knew the deal. So, I believe if the first lady that hired me, she was there, she'll never ask me to the help or do the paperwork, call customers, find the best way in and out of. No, that's not my job. The nighttime driver's supposed to be sleeping, and it's but she didn't understand that, So I told her, I'm thinking I have 1 foot out the door. I text my manager this. I said, in my head, I have 1 foot out the door. And this is at this time, I'm with the last guy I was with. He drove perfect. He was a great guy. The only thing was he smoked while he was driving. Even though company policy says there's no smoking on the trucks, he still did it because the guys that he trained with were smoking on the truck. So he thought it was okay. So I wasn't going to get off the truck in the beginning of the week to fuck up my money. So I was like, whatever, I'd deal with it for the week. I'm thinking I have 1 foot out the door anyways. So that was just in my head. I told my manager that instead of trying to figure out what was the problem or what's going on, she was like, oh, you have 1 foot out the door? Well, let me help you. You could put the other foot with it and hop on out. So she had this attitude, and I didn't appreciate it. So she's a big part of the reason why I left. And it sucked. But, me and her kind of hashed out things. After I came back that weekend, me and her, we had a talk. We met up at a bar, had a couple of beers, and I had to tell her what I do and how I do it. And I thought she understood. I guess she still doesn't understand. I don't know. But, don't make the nighttime driver job more difficult than what it is. You know what I mean? Just us not getting our sleep is bad enough. So we're responsible. The nighttime driver is responsible for somebody else's life. Even though he's responsible for my life in the daytime. At nighttime, our natural clocks in our body, we're prone to get tired between 2 and 5 o'clock. And if I don't get the proper sleep, I'm going to pull over. That's another thing. She was like, oh, you pull over too much. You shouldn't pull over to pee, or, oh, you should bring food on the truck because it had a refrigerator. You shouldn't be stopping to eat at truck stops. Like, listen, by law, I got 30 minutes. I got 30 minutes to do what I want. So she was like, well, other truckers, they leave their self on duty when they're loading a car and then go back and change it to off duty. So technically, they never really got their off duty. That's not me. I don't care. That's not me. I stop. If I have to stop, I pull over on the side of the road, take a piss. It takes like a minute or two. That it is what it is. But I wasn't really feeling it. I felt unsafe, and that's why I left that company. And I'm glad I got hired at another company, and I'm solo again, and I could get this thing rolling like the way I want to be rolling. Yes, my money need to come up a little bit more. I'm not going to be making $1,400 or $1,100, $1,200 like that. Well, I technically don't know yet because I still never got paid yet. This is my second day on this company. But car hauling, you make good money. With that company, you got to run teams. Just be careful. If you teams anywhere, people, be careful. Make sure if you're the nighttime driver, get the proper sleep that's needed. Just be safe. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Well, thank you for watching. Y'all guys, have a good way.